We are live for. Is the camera actually on? Yes, my camera is on. We are live for my WWE 2017 predictions. Now, I wanted to do this video, and basically, this is my predictions for 2017, and this is kind of the things I want to see happen. This is kind of like a wish list I had. I did this kind of sim on the channel. This is kind of a prediction I want to see. So my first number one is I want to see Shinsuke Nakamura become a WWE champion. In 2016, Shinsuke Nakamura was my favorite wrestler in the WWE, and you know, when he came from New Japan Pro Wrestling, I was thinking, are the WWE going to screw over Shinsuke Nakamura? Because in the past, we all know that Shinsuke, you know, like Asian wrestlers haven't done well in the States. They haven't done well over here. And you know, when he came and he got a big push as he did, and when he was super over, I was thinking, he has a good potential to be on the main roster. And he does. I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura, I would love to see him become the WWE champion. I mean, if you just think about it, Shinsuke Nakamura being the first Asian WWE champion would be so great for the company. I mean, it will give them exposure. Just think, fixing this damn camera. We'll give them some. Oh, hey, because the company's in the background now. I'll fix this damn camera. Well, it'll give us so much good exposure for the company, and in my opinion, I just think it'd be so good, just for them. And I'm just so happy that if Shinsuke becomes a champion, it would be just so good because that means they can explore different avenues and stuff like that. And then the other Asian wrestlers can say, if Shinsuke got a WWE title, if he was world champion, then maybe I can. And with Shinsuke Nakamura, there's more potential and more money in a Shinsuke Nakamura than there is in a Hideo Itami, because in a Hideo Itami's got injury prone, and he's had his problems. I'm gonna see who's in the chat right now. Keep the chat open. I am just gonna send the link, guys, so people can see us and chat to us and do some shit like that. If I can send a link, I'm gonna. So my second prediction for 2017 is that Samoa Joe gets a monster push. Now, in 2016, Samoa Joe was the best heel on NXT. You've got to say, I mean, his mic work were awesome, his in-ring work. So my second prediction for 2017 is that Samoa Joe gets a master push. Now, that guys, I was trying to hear myself I was trying to hear myself on YouTube, see if it was coming out okay, and everybody could hear me. So anyway, yeah, Samoa Joe was the best heel on NXT in 2016, and I would love to see him continue that onto the main roster this year. I don't want him to go on to Raw, because if he goes on to Monday Night Raw, then I just think he's going to get buried and lost in the shuffle on a Monday Night Raw. I think if you put him on SmackDown and do what you did with AJ Styles, make him like the top guy on SmackDown with a Dean Ambrose and a John Cena, and make Samoa Joe an incredible heel. Make him the guy that everybody wants to be. And for for guys like the Revival, they should go to SmackDown, and I really have high hopes for them in 2017. I think those guys this year have a lot of potential on the main roster to basically just kick ass. And then my fourth prediction is that I would like to see Raw go to 2 hours. I said this before in other videos, and I know people could say, "Oh, well, the advertisers and USA Network won't have it because basically they need, the WWE need that extra money." But they're losing it. They're losing money because the fans are bored after the third hour of Monday Night Raw. They need to get fans invested. And don't say that, people, I mean, when the 3 hours of Raw was, when it first happened in 2012, I was like, great. Maybe this is a great way to elevate storylines because we didn't have the brand split anymore. It was just basically a super show. And it was just, 2 hours wasn't going to fill every guy on the card. You had to have spread it up to 3 hours. And at the time, I liked it. But now that we've got the brand split and Raw is getting so damn boring that I am falling asleep. And a lot of other professional wrestling, like a lot of other professional wrestling fans like myself are falling to sleep. They've got to now put Raw to 2 hours, or eventually the ratings are going to go so low that the USA Network are going to go fuck you to WWE, and then they're going to have to go to Spike TV again, or maybe a fucking Pop TV like a TNA. I don't know if they'll go down to that level, but if they have to, man, that'd be a big downset for the WWE. But yeah, 2 hours Raw. And I would like to see I like to see a Roman Reigns heel turn. Yes, Roman Reigns needs to turn heel in 2017. He needs to. I'm tired of this whole fucking Roman Reigns being a face. It doesn't work for Roman. Roman is better suited as a heel. I mean, look at what he said on Twitter. He even himself was frustrated on Twitter. But yeah, he he has expressed his frustrations that he wants to be a heel. But Vince likes him as a babyface because he sees a lot of money as a babyface. But I see a lot of money, and a lot of other people see him as a heel because a lot of money will be brought into Roman Reigns as a heel, like The Rock. I mean, The Rock was awesome as a babyface, but it was awesome as a heel. A lot of people love The Rock as a heel as well. Like, The Rock is one of those guys, those rare guys who you could give a babyface character to and it would work, or you could turn him heel and it would work as well. With Roman Reigns, that ain't gonna work with Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns is not got the charisma of The Rock. Nobody's got a charisma of The Rock. So what you would do is that basically turn him heel and let him be a monster. They just totally didn't book him right. I mean, I think letting him talk on the mic was bad. I think they should have got him a heel manager after the show broke up in 2014, then slowly build up this guy. Don't let him win the Royal Rumble 2015. Slowly build him up. And then when he gets the chance, then turn him face. I think they rushed his face turn way too early. They should have waited a bit longer and then at the time, turned him heel. Turned him face, sorry. And then for number 5, I would like to see Cesaro and Sami Zayn on SmackDown. Sami Zayn and Cesaro are two of the guys that are absolutely getting buried on Raw. And don't say that you like this tag team as Cesaro and Sheamus. But every time that Cesaro is in a tag team, it doesn't elevate the dude. The dude is still in the damn mid-card division. And it doesn't matter how many times we tell Vince McMahon that he's fucking over as hell and Cesaro shows how over as hell he is. Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn are like, he's boring. Are you fucking serious, Vince? Oh my god, how can Vince McMahon really say that Cesaro is boring when you've pushed the WWE have had so many bad main eventers in the past. They have pushed Vladimir Kozlov. They have pushed fucking Heidenreich. All these bad main eventers in the WWE, and you've had potential main eventers in a John Morrison you failed, in a Shelton Benjamin you failed, in a Cesaro you have failed, and others, and possibly Colt Cabana if he stayed there long enough. And oh my god, the WWE just screw up on the future stars so many times. I just give up. And when Triple H does control the WWE, when he has full control of the thing, I know he's got NXT and SmackDown, but when he has full control of the company, I see a lot of big changes for the WWE. I see a lot of young guys getting pushed. The tag team division and the women's division will get a lot of focus as well, and even the cruiserweights will probably get focused more than they are now. Because Triple H has a vision. Like, he is, he's younger than Vince, obviously, and he has he's in touch with the fans more. Like, he's in tune. He has, just Facebook Live and stuff like that on NXT. So he's in tune more with the fans. Vince McMahon doesn't do Facebook Live. Okay, he's on Twitter, but he doesn't interact with the fans. At least Triple H does that on Facebook Live, and he, does that. And I know Vince watches the internet. I mean, obviously, the WWE watches the internet. Obviously, they've seen a couple of my videos. Maybe. I don't know. So obviously they've heard our opinions on Cesaro. They should push him, but they're showing us like we don't care about pushing Cesaro. Like, Cesaro's boring in their eyes, but we know that he's a great talent, and then stuff like that. I would like to see Roderick Strong and Austin Aries get a good push on the main roster. I think that needs to happen this year. I think those two guys. I like when they had that little tag team run at the end of last year. I like them as ROH tag team champions. I love them as a tag team in ROH, but if they're on the main roster and they've got a big mainstream audience now, just think how a great tag team it would be for the tag team division. And then you could have Austin Aries be face and Roderick Strong could be a heel, and they could also potentially feud at some point. But I think if you put them as a kind of a heel tag team, I mean, that would elevate the tag teams on Raw, in my opinion. Have a Roderick Strong and an Austin Aries on there, in my opinion. And then they need to put SmackDown they need to put the cruiserweights onto SmackDown. I said this, they screwed this up at Survivor Series because they had, you had the match, which was Brian Kendrick versus, who was facing Kalisto? And fucking Baron Corbin fucking cost them the Survivor Series the time at Survivor Series. To get the cruiserweights onto SmackDown. It was pointless. Why would you have a CWC tournament, build it, have all these stars around the world, then you have somebody like a TJ Perkins when you should have been somebody like a Brian Kendrick, or I don't know, somebody different, because TJ Perkins is so bland as a character and as a personality. Brian Kendrick should have been the guy who won it, and then he would have gone on to SmackDown in the draft with the cruiserweights, and then that would have, made the cruiserweights an important thing onto SmackDown. I look at the Ruthless Aggression era, and I look at the hardcore division, and the hardcore division in the Attitude Era was basically smaller and taller guys who wasn't going to become main eventers or, mega stars, but they was going to get over because of their hardcore style. I look at the Ruthless Aggression era. The Ruthless Aggression era is one of those things that was, known for its cruiserweights and how they pushed a lot of guys like Rey Mysterio and Chavo and all these other guys, and Shane Helms or Hurricane got pushed in the WWE in the Ruthless Aggression era with the cruiserweights. So, and then now they put them on Raw because they're saying if you put them on a 3-hour Raw, they have more time. No. Put them on SmackDown. They open up SmackDown. The crowd get hot. Then you get onto your first major segment of SmackDown, and then the show continues. But SmackDown's been pretty good as well. My final prediction, I would like to see for 2017. I would like to see WrestleMania do really well this year. The WrestleMania 32, as we all know, last year really sucked, build-up wise, and really, I guess, just WrestleMania 32 alone just sucked. I guess it was just too big for the WWE to really build the full stadium. They broke records last year in that stadium, but the WWE just had too much hype for that show. They had too much to live up to for that stadium, and they put more on the stadium build, and then they didn't put more. They put less into the mid card. They put less into the main card, like the WrestleMania card. So you had Roman Reigns versus Triple H. That wasn't a match that we didn't want to see. Shane versus Undertaker, fucking clusterfuck right there. Okay, Undertaker goes over. Okay, I was fine with that. But Shane was in control of Raw the next night, so it was pointless to have this damn match. I don't know. All of WrestleMania 13 was just a clusterfuck, and I just want to forget that WrestleMania. WrestleMania 33, now with the brand split, I hope that WrestleMania 33 is a lot better built up and a lot better thought out than WrestleMania 32. I hope, for the WWE's sake, because I don't want them to lose money, because this is their biggest show of the year. This is their Super Bowl. This is their World Series in baseball for the WWE, and I don't want them to really screw it up. And then my final one is basically just push new stars in 2017. Push a Bray Wyatt. I know we said this in the past. But push guys like a Cesaro, push Sami Zayn, push Samoa Joe, push Bobby Roode, push Roger Trump, push Austin, push all these other guys that have come into your company and made an impact. And that is my WWE prediction for 2017, guys. Leave your comments down below, guys, and I'll check you later.